Universe 6. Beerus the Destroyer had finally arrived on the battlefield. Beerus was at Whis' side after Whis spoke about all the events that occurred on Earth. Beerus understood that Whis was on the side of the Z fighters, while threats from the Makai realm had appeared. But Whis says, Mr. Beerus, I didn't quite understand when Mr. Goku returned to Mr. Vegeta's side directly from the Makai Kingdom and said that he would end the Gods of Destruction. In fact, I don't know what happened in the Makai Kingdom, but Lord Goku has returned in a totally different form. I don't know if it was the battles that took place or what ended up happening, but it seems that Lord Goku is not the same as before. So once Zeno-sama is at his side, it looks like that a brief war is about to break out. But some things will have to be changed. That is, if you and the other Gods of Destruction want to stay alive, because there are still many things that could happen in a completely different way. What do you have to say to me, Mr. Beerus? Beerus watches and speaks. I don't think I have much of a choice. Let's go to Zuno, the one who knows everything. If we think about gathering the Super Dragon Balls, it would take a lot of time over all things. I think we better resolve the situation as soon as possible, Whis. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's go back to the point. Goku performed his training alongside Margarita and Vados. Goku says, well, I'm sure the other Gods of Destruction are unleashing their powers more and more. It's not just because I defeated Liquid, Champa, and Vermort that I could defeat the other Gods of Destruction with ease. If I'm not mistaken, Kitela, the God of Destruction from Universe 4, has powers similar to those of Beerus and the other Gods of Destruction. We don't know his abilities either. I learned that even the Gods of Destruction from Universe 3 is extremely powerful. So we have to be much more careful. Yet the Gods of Destruction may be wanting to accomplish something through it. Vados looks on and says, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Champa couldn't even use his Akai form against you, Mr. Goku. He didn't believe in the power of his God-killer form. So if we think about it and analyze this whole situation, it may be that there is a great skill and great powers of enemies that can get even stronger. We need to pay close attention because the Gods of Destruction are not stupid, and they will definitely think of something to want to attack you. As long as Zeno-sama does not interfere in the battle, everything's fine. But Zeno-sama and Daishi-kun are relying on you so that you could resolve this whole situation. Come on, don't let them down. Goku begins to fight Vados, trying to increase his power more and more. Goku says, the power of the Gods of Destruction are fine, but the skills that are mentioned, and they are extremely incredible. I cannot understand all this level of power. It seems that he can end everything at any time he wants. The level of angels are really amazing. It means then that even using the mastery of Ultra Instinct, the angels manage to perform extremely high powers. So this force that is capable of anyone. I still want to be as strong as you, Miss Vados. I'm sure Mr. Whis is pretty powerful too. Margarita observes and speaks. That's because you haven't seen the strength of Universe 11, Angel. I'm extremely powerful too. Maybe even more powerful than the two dear little brothers. Am I? Vados starts laughing and says, never, dear sister. Not even with your trickery. I also possess a very high skill, and I will show you what I'm capable of. At that moment, Goku begins to feel a great pressure of energy. Goku says, looks like something weird is about to happen here. Wait, I feel a great power coming here. I feel the energy of Mr. Beerus. Damn it, is he back from the Makai realm already? Vados observes and says, I think you better not try to do anything because we're with you here. Whis is definitely watching everything that's been going on. Whis is very smart and he is very loyal to Mr. Beerus. The Destroyer has returned from the Makai Kingdom. Surely he has some ideology about all this. We need to really think about the things that are going to happen. If I were you, I would try to be careful, Mr. Goku. A God of Destruction and an angel from Universe 7.
Perhaps they are the most powerful beings of all this threat that you believe has taken place.
Goku watches and says, I'm not afraid that it's Mr. Beerus. Although I've already been defeated several times by him, I'm sure that now with the God Killer powers, I have enough energy to defeat him. I will be able to show my true potential and my true abilities. After all, I am Goku, the Saiyan of Universe 7, son of Bardock. Vados starts to smile and says,
Well done, Mr. Goku. That's how you say it. I'm proud and I want to see how far you'll be able to push your powers.
At that moment, many things begin to happen in a somewhat different way. Directly in Universe 6 in the Palace of Zuno, the one who knows everything, Beerus says, Zuno, I need you to answer some questions. Zuno says,
I can only answer your question if you guess what goes into the puzzle that I'm going to give you.
Beerus starts looking at him with a serious look and says, I don't have time for puzzles. Zuno responds, Well, if you don't answer my puzzles, I won't reveal the whole truth to you. So you have two choices. One,
or answer. If you don't answer, you won't know the truth.
At that moment, Beerus angrily says, I know you are a supreme being from this world, but please excuse me, because I don't have time for these jokes. At that moment, Beerus points his hand in front of Zuno, energizing a gigantic Hakai. Zuno says,
all right. I'll give you the answer to whatever question you want, but please don't do anything here with me.
Whis says,
It seems that Mr. Beerus is quite angry with the situation, since he wants to end everything and doesn't care that he's talking to a celestial being.
At this point, Beerus says, I need to know the true location of the Supreme Saiyan Zana, and also where he left sealed bodies of the two supreme gods of time and space. Zuno observes and responds, I am where I am not, and where I am not. No matter how much time passes, I will still remain the same. At this point, Whis says,
Still, even though Beerus points a Hakai at him, he's trying to make some pun.
Beerus is enraged and says, Stop it and quickly answer me! Otherwise I will use a Hakai on you! Again it is spoken. I am where I'm not, and where I am, I'm not. I'm the one who doesn't know anything, but at the same time, I know everything. I'm the one who does what he thinks has to be done, or ends up doing nothing. Who am I, and where I am? Beerus starts to get more and more confused and says, It doesn't matter! Enough is enough! I'll finish you off! At this point, Whis starts laughing and says,
Oh, that makes so much sense, Mr. Beerus. Don't. I already know where they are.
Goku, alongside Vados and Margarita, had noticed a huge alteration in space and time directly in Universe 6. Goku says, I felt the pressure of energy from Mr. Whis and Mr. Beerus, but at the same time, the release of 3 more powers was created. Margarita speaks.
It seems that they didn't think twice and released the portal of the 3 supreme beings. Funny that they did it without even asking permission from Zeno-sama and the great priest. Surely you must have greatly irritated them, Mr. Goku.
Goku begins to reflect and speaks. But this doesn't make any sense. The last time I saw Beerus, he was in the Makai realm, and the tournament had been interrupted by Haki, the god of destruction from one of the universes erased by Zeno-sama. Beerus himself said that he would stay in the Makai realm for a while, and I decided to start my god killer plan against the gods of destruction. It doesn't make any sense that the Beerus, the destroyer, in a short time is back. Has it been deceiving me all this time? Damn you, Mr. Beerus! Vados observes and speaks.
What do you intend to do, Lord Goku? 3 gods of destruction no longer exists, but 3 supreme beings were created.
Goku just stares. Margarita speaks.
No matter how strong you are, you won't do much good if everyone turns against you. If the supreme beings are back, a great battle will probably be approaching. Even more so that the moment Lord Zeno and Daishikan figure it all out, well, it might be all too late. Daishikan has not shown his powers for a long time. Well, the last time the Great Priest fought alone against all Supreme Beings to protect Zeno-sama.
Impressed, Goku says, "What? You're saying that Daishikan-sama was able to defeat all the Supreme Gods?" Vado says,
Well, in part, Son Goku. I will reveal what happened. But you will still have to make your decision before it's too late. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's go back to the point.
Goku is thinking.
Vados concludes, it was a millennia ago. Zara, the supreme god Saiyan known as the god of war, Zakin, the god of space, and Kim, the god of time. These three powerful beings possessed an army capable of exterminating everything. So powerful were the three of them, not even their bodies were able to control everything. So it was necessary for them to join forces and create another being with a weaker mentality, so that it could be the future of all existences.
Goku was shocked by what he was discovering. Goku questions, "So you're telling me that these three could even control time and all of existence?" Vados laughs.
Well, exactly, Mr. Goku. Still, they went crazy and started to destroy everything. At the time, the race of angels was the only race that could try to do something against them, and the hero of all angels was the first to challenge them. At that moment, we saw for the first time the real strength of the father of angels, the great priest. He managed to show extremely high power, fighting with all his might against the supreme gods of the past. A battle in space that lasted 7 days and 7 nights. Initially, we thought that Daishikan would be killed, but he showed unimaginable powers and managed to demonstrate extremely high skills, impressing all the gods. All universes felt the collapses of all the blows that were exchanged. Planets were destroyed just by the atmospheric pressure that each blow made. It was as if everybody could feel that the whole world could end just by showing the pressure of the powers when they collided. Many things ended up happening, until the moment that Daishikan used a secret technique against all the supreme gods and managed to stop them.
Goku interrupts and says, "So that means that Daishikan won?" Margarita starts to laugh.
Oh, my dear sister Vados, you're not telling the story, right?
Vado says,
Don't you dare to interrupt, sister. Daishikan didn't win. At that moment, again, the supreme gods lost control over their heads, and after losing control, they ended up exploding everything and began to attack everything as if they could not see anything else. The energy of the three gods began to unite, and the great priest prepared to receive the full attack of the gods. But in the blink of an eye, after the energies collided, the three gods were sucked into an interdimensional portal that appeared in space and time itself. The great priest didn't quite understand what was going on, but after that, 3 beings appeared in front of the great priest. These beings was an extraterrestrial child and 2 long beings of an unknown race.
Goku says, "But were they enemies of the High Priest?" At that moment, Vado smiles and says,
Well, actually, to this day, they are together, Mr. Goku. This being that emerged was Zeno-sama and his guards.
Goku says, "What?" Vados concludes,
After this was shown, the legend began to pray that the bodies of the 3 supreme gods had become cosmic dust because they could not withstand the so much power pressure, and with that, through a ritual, they could return at any time. The great priest, knowing this, decided to change and create rules alongside Zeno-sama, who was still a child. The great priest understood that it would be his mission to protect Zeno-sama since he was the guardian and key to controlling all times, and that there would always need to be extremely powerful warriors in humanity so that they would be able to deal with any evil being that appeared. This is all clear, Mr. Goku. However, this timeline has always been disconnected from all the others, and after the destruction of 3 Hakaishins, probably the balance was undone, as the great priest himself and Zeno-sama authorized the destruction of the Hakaishins. Apparently, some of them did not agree with what was happening and decided to carry out this ritual to show what happens to the world when there's no balance. Now, what will be the next step of the Supreme Gods or the Gods of Destruction? This is in our questioning, Mr. Goku. What will you do about it all?
At that moment, Goku observes and says, So that was it. I can't involve my friends in this battle. If I'm the one who started this all, I'll close this question. The first thing I'm gonna do is do my last training with you, Miss Vados. Soon after, I will find Beerus the Destroyer. I will take all the information from the Destroyer. I was sent to this timeline to bring balance, unlike other timelines. I am Goku, the God Killer. In this timeline, we won't need Hakaishins, because I am the being that will be among them. I'm sure the Supreme Gods will not want to get involved in battles, since perhaps their target is the celestial beings. While I don't deal with them, I'll have time to hone my powers further to finish off these guys in the end. Now, I'm going to start fighting seriously. This will all be resolved by myself, Son Goku. Marikarita observes and speaks.
Wow, how bold. Very good.
Goku says, Let's start, Miss Vados. Vados smiles and answers.
You may come, Mr. Goku.
To be continued. What is happening? Didn't Goku call the Supreme Gods? Goku God Killer wants to come face to face with Beerus the Destroyer? Is a new battle approaching? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive here exposing it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.